Global News reported that on February 8, 2023, that national security officials warned Prime Minister Trudeau and his office more than a year before the 2019 federal election that Chinese agents were, quote, assisting Canadian candidates running for political offices, end quote. In Mr. Johnson's report, an early draft of the memo contained similar but not identical language was noted. The draft was significantly revised, according to the report, before the memo went to the Prime Minister. Did Mr. Johnston inquire who changed the memo and why it was changed?
Well, Madam Chair, thank you very much for this question. I want to go directly to our report, and there are two parts of my brain functioning here. One is the part that deals with classified information, and the other is the part that deals with open information, and it's important that I not cross that boundary. To deal specifically with the question that has just been raised, Madam Chair, on page 23 of our report, in dealing with these statements and conclusions in the press, the PRC interfered with the nomination of Han Dong as the Liberal Party candidate in Don Valley North. Global News, February 24. Irregularities were observed with Mr. Dong's nomination in 2019. There is well-grounded suspicion that the irregularities were tied to the PRC consulate in Toronto, with whom Mr. Dong maintains relationships. In reviewing the intelligence, I did not find evidence that Mr. Dong was aware of the irregularities or the PRC's consulate's potential involvement in his nomination. The Prime Minister was briefed about these irregularities, although no specific recommendation was provided. He concluded there was no basis to displace Mr. Dong as the candidate for Don Valley North. This was not an unreasonable conclusion based on the intelligence available.
Mr. Johnson, I know if you just reference where you would like us to note to, we'll take it just because time is limited. So I'm going to go back to Ms. Kwan.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I read the report several times over. Quoting it again, to me, is not going to answer that question. My question was, did Mr. Johnson look into who changed that memo and why it was changed?
Madam Chair, again, I must be conscious of the classified information. The memo that appeared in Global News...
Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt for a second here, Madam Chair. It's a yes or no question. Did Mr. Johnson look into who changed it? Yes or no?
The answer to that question is the memo that was referred to in the Global News report was an early draft that had certain statements. The draft was not circulated further. There was a final draft that completed quite a different conclusion of what transpired.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, if I could just finish my thought, then I take that to mean that Mr. Johnson did not ask the question who changed it and why it was changed.
I hope you're enjoying this channel as much as I enjoy putting the material on here. This is not just about politics. I sing some of my favorite songs from the Great American Songbook. And you can also watch my latest show where we do some of the news you're not going to hear anywhere else. But please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. If you want to be part of this station, please be a subscriber. We want you.